there's a problem out there that a lot of people don't realize we have, which is that almost everything that we do online, all the information that we get online is based on text. And we used to thinking of the web as being multimedia. There's videos, there's everything else. But if you think about it, email, search, social, news, blogs, shopping for things online, there's a tremendous amount of text that is out there. And the real problem that we have is that when we go online to look for text, there is a limit to how much information we can absorb. So what happens with that is that most of the websites that you go to tend to address the problem in the following way. Avi, for example, comes to my website. I'm going to try to figure out everything that I know about his demographics. And I'm going to find the 7 articles or the 5 tweets or the 3 products that are going to be the most likely that he's going to be interested in without overwhelming him. The problem with that is that when people do that, they're understanding the average Avi. So that's why I had a problem when I bought a CD of the Spice Girls for my daughter 10 years ago. And for years, Amazon kept recommending things like the Backstreet Boys and Justin Bieber. Okay? Now what we've done is we've taken a concept that is familiar to a lot of people that seems a little bit cliche, which is the idea of word clouds, and we've turned the problem inside out. And let me show you how. So here is, the Siri, no, not Siri, please. Okay, so here is an example looking at today's world news. So this is actually a live cloud. You can see it's interactive. I'm going to drag some of the words around. What we're doing at this point is we're taking news from a variety of sources. I will show you here which ones we're looking at. So we have Al Jazeera, Associated Press, BBC, and you can check different ones on and off. And then what our technology does is that we have a patent on an algorithm that actually collects information from these sites, crunches through in a very simple way, language independent, very rapidly, and then it shows you what are the things that are trending right now. But now the key is that you can then choose what is interesting to you. So instead of me trying to guess it, let's say that somebody's interested in what's going on with DealBook. So, and DealBook is actually a collection of articles. So here is a bunch of articles on DealBook. Sorry, the connection is a little bit slow, but you'll see some icons and avatars coming up in a moment. And I can scroll through and see anything that's going on DealBook, or maybe I'm interested in what's going on with a landslide. So I'll tap on landslide, and you can see that there is, for example, a video. Let's say that I wanted to watch that video on the BBC News. When I tap that page, it will open a mini browser. And again, the connection is a little bit slow, but eventually what's going to happen is that it will open that page on the website, and you're actually reading the content on the website. So there you go on the BBC. Now, you can do a lot of kind of nifty things with this, with the app. You can choose, for example, let's say that you're really interested in Malaysia. So you can tap the word, and then you can click on focus, or tap focus. And now what it's going to do is that it's going to show me only results that are related to the word Malaysia. So there's a sort of filtering or drill down, as it were. You can also choose different channels. So we've organized for you in the app a variety of channels. So let's say that you're interested in, well, here we are in the technology world. So let's go to startup news. And you can see, let's see what news information we're getting. We're getting things from Entrepreneur, Forbes, Fred Wilson's blog, etc. If we wanted to choose, for example, Business Insider, we can add that. If we wanted to look at Chris Dixon's blog, we can add that, and we can remove different ones. And then same kind of idea, right? We can take that and we can click on startup and see all the articles that are related to startup from those sources. We can also do, as of the most recent version, we can also do social. So for example, if I go to Twitter, and let's say that I want to find out about what people, and by the way, this is going to be literally the last 100 tweets. We don't have a hashtag for this event, so that's not going to work. But let's say that I do a hashtag for, I don't know, Motorola. I don't know how that came to mind. Motorola. So what this is doing is it's taking the most recent 100 tweets about Motorola and showing them to you. And let me tell you, it's much, by the way, notice it's language independent. There's stuff in Spanish right now. But what I would argue, and we've done examples for events, for instance, we've worked with the Olympics and the Super Bowl where they use this to monitor and visualize what things were being said on Twitter. And it's a lot easier. So let's go back to what I said earlier. Which would you rather do, read 1,000 tweets or get a very quick snapshot of what are the main things that people are talking about? The news cloud that I was showing you a moment ago, we're literally taking somewhere in the neighborhood of between 500 and 1,000 articles. And instead of focusing in on something that we think you're going to care about, you can choose which ones you care about, which is wonderful because it means that if I show you the cloud and you find one word that interests you, then I've just won that game. And by the way, you have no idea how many times we're giving the demo and some word will come up and somebody say, wow, I didn't realize that this just happened because 10 minutes ago something happened when the building blew up in Harlem a couple of weeks ago. Literally, I was giving somebody a demo. Within 18 minutes of that happening, I saw a little word that said Harlem building and clicked on it like, wow, I didn't know that this happened. So the app right now is available for iOS. We don't have an Android version yet. Our main play is actually in the desktop space, and we work very closely with publishers that take these clouds and embed them on their website. But we launched the iOS app because we felt that this is really an interesting alternative to things like Flipboard. You can't read the news on Infomous, but you can find out what information is relevant and then read it on the original sources, which means that publishers like us because we're actually driving people to their websites. So that's all I'm going to tell you. And if there are any questions, please go ahead.